The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 489 of Daily Deck Review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the brand new first playing cards, the Feather Edition here. So, here, as you can see, I got an entire brick, 12 of the first Feather Edition playing cards here. I got the brick so I can get the signed edition. But, we'll just move this off to the side and take a look at the single one here. So first, we'll just crack that open here. Maybe. There we go. And as you can see, it is in a matte white finished tuck box there with the feather pattern there. You got the standard first logo there and that gold foiling all the way around, and you got that feather pattern that goes all the way around as too. There, and it is slightly embossed, like not like too crazy, but there is like a slight texture to it there. And then on the bottom, you got the first playing cards by Chris Ramsay there. That all is embossed, and you got a little bit of information there. As always, there's no seal on the cards. You just got that kind of feather pattern that wraps around on the tuck flap there. Then you got the foiled Chris Ramsay logo there. The inner tuck flap, just that same kind of feather that wraps around. Take the cards out of the box. Inside the tuck box is that gold foiled stamped first logo all the way throughout. There. Pretty nice. One of my favorite interiors of the tuck box. And now that we took a look at the tuck box, time to take a look at the cards. And first start with the back design. So here we have, so far it looks like a mirrored back design here. And you got pretty much the standard white border except for the first logo that kind of goes all the way to the edge there. And then this is the white background. And if I was to flip it over, yeah, it seems like it's a mirrored back design there. So you got a mirrored back design there. And for the cards you get the classic first Joker, which is Joker Joker, then the gold foil stamped first logo there. And then you got two identical Jokers. And then you got a custom Ace of Spades there, that nice spade there made out of feathers with the first logo stamped in the middle. And then the standard font. Well, the rest of the cards are just standard there. And then you got the court cards, the Jack, Queen, and King of Spades here. And they're slightly custom. You got a custom colorway with that kind of purpley and orange kind of tones to it. And then all of the court cards are holding a feather, except with the king. He's not holding a feather, but Jack and the Queen are. Then you got the diamonds, which are also just standard. And then you got the Jack, Queen, and King there, which are in that same custom color with the Jack and the Queen holding the feathers. And then you got the clubs here, same colorway, the orange and purple, with the Jack and the, well, I guess it's just the Jack on this case is holding the feather. And then the clubs are just standard. And then lastly, the hearts, Jack, Queen, and King of Hearts. Once again, that same custom colorway with the Jack and the Queen holding the feathers. And then the rest of the hearts are just standard. And then the last two cards in the deck, you got a blank face. And you got an extra 4 spades. And now that we took a look at the cards, for the handling, they are the United States Playing Company air cushion finish quality, so they will handle fantastic there. And they spring pretty nicely, a little bit slick, just because they're brand new. But straight out of the box, they feel they feel like a crushed stock, just because they have a little bit more flex to it. So they're more of a, oh yeah, they're definitely crushed, because these are incredibly thin feeling cards there. But overall, they spring fantastic. And then for that fan ability, they fan fantastic, super smooth there. With that nice gold shine of the gold logo, first logo there. And then the packability is normal, just as always. But they look fantastic with that feather design there. And they ferrule pretty nicely. And then you get that nice giant fan. Then we got the riffles. Oh yeah, this deck handles fantastic. No issues with the handling. 100% like fantastic. They're a little bit thin, so some people might not like the thinness of them, but I don't mind them. Yeah. So I gotta say, fantastic handling, super smooth straight out of the box, and they feel pretty much broken in there. And then for the design, you got this fantastic feather edition back design there. And then you got the pretty much standard faces there, so pretty standard faces. You got the custom Ace of Spades, that was the feather design, and the court cards, which are that custom kind of purpley orange colorway, with some of the court cards holding a feather there. So overall, fantastic. One of my favorites that he's released in a while. And I hope you enjoyed this kind of like review slash kind of unboxing there. So with that being said, like I said, I hope you enjoy. This has been day 489 of your daily deck review, and this has been the first playing cards Feather Edition from Chris Ramsay. And I'm the Canadian Card Collector signing out. That's the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.